Every man wants her thinking about him. Most men go about it completely wrong. They text more. They show up more. They try harder, and she thinks about them less. Missing someone is not triggered by presence. It is triggered by absence. But not just any absence. The right kind. At the right moment. In the right way. Today you are going to learn 7 psychological moves that make a woman miss a specific man. Not because he chased her. Because he understood something most men never figure out. 7 moves. Pay attention. Move 1. Leave first. Most men stay until the energy dies. They wait for her to signal the end of the interaction. They linger because they believe more time equals more connection. It does not. It equals familiarity. And familiarity is the quiet enemy of longing. The move is simple, but almost no one executes it. Leave when things are at their best. Not when you are bored. Not when she is bored. When the conversation is at its peak. When she is laughing. When things feel genuinely good. Stand up and leave. She will spend the next hour replaying exactly why it had to end right at that moment. That question is more valuable than anything you could have said if you had stayed. The man who always leaves first is the man she always wants to see again. Leave at the peak. She will spend the rest of the night thinking about why you left. Move 2. Cut it mid-high. This works inside conversations too, not just in person. She is fully engaged. The messages are coming fast. She is interested and you can feel it clearly. That is exactly when you go quiet. Not cold. Not rude. You simply stop responding. Maybe for 30 minutes. Maybe for 2 hours. She had momentum going and you pulled a thread out. Now she is sitting there wondering what happened. Did she say something wrong? Is he okay? When is he coming back? That mental space she is filling with questions about you is worth more than any answer you could have given her. Cut it before it peaks out. Never let a conversation die on its own. Be the one who ends it. End the conversation while she still has more to say. That unfinished feeling stays with her. Move 3. Live visibly. She needs to see your life moving without her in it. Not performed. Not staged for her benefit. Actually moving. The trip you took. The project you finished. The dinner with people she does not know. The moment you posted that said you were completely fine and completely occupied. This is not about making her jealous. It is about something deeper. It is about showing her that your life has weight and texture and momentum that exists entirely independently of her. A man with a full life is a man with something to lose access to. Missing someone requires knowing that their life continues without you in it. If your life appears to pause when she is not around, she will sense it. Show her the life, not to impress, because you actually have one. She cannot miss someone who appears to be waiting. Live where she can see it. Move 4. Strategic silence. Most men go quiet after a bad interaction. When they feel rejected or confused, they disappear out of hurt or frustration. That kind of silence is readable, and it communicates weakness. The silence that actually creates longing is completely different. It comes after a good moment, after a great conversation, after a date that went well. You simply go quiet for a day or 2 with no explanation. Not because something is wrong, because you have a life. The contrast is what does all the work. Yesterday everything was warm and connected and flowing. Today nothing. Her brain fills that silence with questions. Is he okay? Did I do something? Is he thinking about me? Every hour of quiet after a high point is an hour she spends thinking about you. Silence after a good moment does more work than any message you could send. Move 5. Rare but intense. The man who texts all day every day becomes background noise. He is always there, so she never has to wonder when he will show up next. There is no anticipation, no build-up, no moment of relief when he finally appears, because he never really disappears. Contrast is what creates feeling. Be rare. When you do appear, be completely present. Give her your full attention. Be genuinely interested in what she is saying. Make the interaction memorable, and then disappear again. Not forever. Just long enough for her to notice the absence. She should feel the difference between when you are there and when you are not. If she cannot feel that difference, you are not rare enough. Rarity is not about being unavailable. It is about making your presence mean something. Be someone whose presence is felt. that only happens when your absence is felt first. Move 6. Plant anchors. An anchor is a specific sensory experience she connects only to you. A song you played during a specific moment together. A restaurant only the two of you have been to. A phrase or a joke that has meaning only in your shared context. An inside reference that nobody else in her world would understand. These do not happen by accident. You build them intentionally. Every time she hears that song, she thinks of you. Every time she passes that street, she thinks of you. You are not present, but you are everywhere in her world anyway. The most effective anchors are small and specific, not grand gestures. A small detail, a single moment, something only the two of you would notice or remember. Plant them on purpose. They keep working long after you are gone. Create moments only you can recreate. You become impossible to replace. Move 7. Reappear without apology. After a period of distance, the way you come back matters as much as the distance itself. Most men reappear with an explanation. Sorry, I was busy. Things were hectic. I should have texted sooner. Every one of those sentences is an apology for having a life. Do not apologize for having a life. Come back like you were never gone. Relaxed, warm, unhurried. Like the gap was completely natural because it was. A man who apologizes for his absence signals that the absence was a mistake. A man who returns without apology signals that his time simply has weight. She will want access to a man whose time has weight. She will think twice about a man who treats his own absence as something that needs explaining. Come back like you were never gone. Never apologize for having a life. Here is what all 7 of these have in common. None of them are about chasing. None of them are about performing. None of them are about convincing her to feel something she does not feel. They are all about becoming someone whose absence creates a specific kind of feeling. Missing someone is not about distance. It is about the space a person leaves behind when they are not there. Be someone whose absence leaves a space. That is the only move that actually works. Subscribe if this made you think differently. The next video goes deeper. See you there.